guys, and welcome back to Opal&Mint. I am Ashley, and welcome back to Watercolor Blooms. This is a series on the channel where we paint watercolor florals every single week. We just wrapped up Watercolor Month where we're painting every day, and this is our first one back to our once a week paintings. I hope you enjoyed the few days break since the end of the month, but we're gonna get right back into painting some florals. And we paint these every single Monday on the channel, so I hope that you come back every Monday to join us. I got lots of suggestions in the comments of our last video for what flowers you would like to paint moving forward. So we're gonna bring out our At Your Lab sketchbook. This is the one I use for Watercolor Blooms. This is the Everyday sketchbook, I believe. The paper is a little bit different than their Perfect sketchbook, but this is the one that I've been using in this series. And we're actually only a few pages to the end of this book. A lot of you are new, so I'm going to show you a quick scan of what we've painted in this series so far, and then we're going to start. I'm trying to decide what we're gonna paint because I got roses a lot and hydrangeas a lot, but there's so many. I have a whole list of flowers that you guys wanna see, which I'm so grateful because I need to know what it is you need help painting. But today, I think I wanna do the poppy. Somebody had a couple of suggestions for poppy, and it's one of my favorite. I say this so much. Okay, I enjoy painting poppies. For some reason, I just really like the red, beautiful flower. In this series, we are not using a book as a reference. We are just painting a flower from my brain. Sometimes I look at a photo online real quick to see what the flower looks like, but then we just go into painting it. No reference. For me, it makes it a little bit even more stress-free because I'm not, again, comparing what I'm painting to a photo and trying to make it look like that. And I'm hoping that in this series, it frees you up to just plop some paint on a page and enjoy it. So that was a long introduction, but let's go ahead and turn the camera around and start painting a beautiful poppy. All right, so I just want to run through these really quick in case you're new to this series, but these are the ones we've painted so far in this series. And again, we go into this just like our last series where we're just painting and don't care if it doesn't quite turn out the way we expected. This is no stress, carefree, working on learning new techniques. I love this vibe right here. We actually may do, this is what I call my drip background. We may actually do the drip background on our poppies today. You can tell it was Christmas during that time. Oh, and then we did, we started at the beginning of this year doing the birth flower of the month. This one is one of my favorites. One of my least favorites. Another favorite. So if you haven't seen these are up on my channel. And I love painting in different styles. That's kind of poppy-esque. Lily of the Valley. So I've painted, oh, those were fun too. I think that was the honeysuckle. That was a birth flower of the month. And this was our last one. This was a super loose painting. So I want to go in with poppies, and I'm bringing out my Schmincke paints again today. I really enjoy painting with these. I need to pick out a brush. Also, our paint cups are available on our website now if you are interested. They made me so happy. They're just sitting here and looking cute. Okay, let me look up a poppy real quick. Oh, I love poppies. I've painted them so many times actually, and they're so fun. I really like doing the poppies that have a little bit of orange in them too. Some like bright red and orange. All right, so here's the poppy painting that I have in my house. We may not go quite this in depth. Let's go ahead and dive on in. So I've been using a bunch of different new brushes. Some companies have sent me some, and Fumui actually sent me their travel brushes. And when they emailed me, I was like, I already have your travel brushes, but no, these are different. So these are the travel brushes that I already have from them. And I don't use them a whole lot. They're just normal round brushes, but these are dual-ended and they have different shapes. It's so hard to find good travel brushes in different shapes. We have a flat, we have a size 2 detail brush, we have, I think, a dagger or a cat's tongue. Let me see. We have a round, a cat's tongue, and a dagger. The dagger might actually be a really good one. Okay, we're gonna use the dagger. And their travel brushes have screw-on lids, so they don't fall off. All right, so with my Schmincke colors, I'm gonna start with some Scarlet Red because I really like doing vibrant, bright reds for poppies. And then I think I'm actually gonna get a little bit of yellow to plop into them as well. So I'm gonna take some cad yellow, pop it, oops, next door here. All right. All right, so this is a size 8 dagger and really intrigued by the shape of this one. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. And we're just going to push out a petal. Oh, I'm already happy. Beautiful. All right, and we're gonna leave a little bit of space in the center where we're gonna put the black center. The fun thing with dagger brushes is they make such beautiful organic petal shapes as you push them along the page. They're so fun. All right, so we're just gonna kind of wiggle this brush in here. Let's make this one a little bit fatter, like so. And then let's do one more here. Pretty, pretty. All right, so while that's still wet, I'm gonna take a little bit of yellow and I just wanna tap some yellow onto our petals. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Pretty. I feel like I want one petal kind of behind. Okay. All right, so there is the start of one. Let's go ahead and get some more red. One thing I love in painting poppies is doing the side-facing ones. So let's do one kind of facing up this way. I'm gonna start here and press that brush. Nice pretty petal there. Come on this side, leaving just a little bit of white space there. And then come on the other side, again, pointing back towards the base of that flower. Just kind of wiggle that brush. All right, and then I do want to put in a little bit of a back petal. So leaving a little white space and putting in just some there. And then take our yellow and add just a little bit of yellow here and there. Let that kind of blend and bleed. Look how beautiful those blends are. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, let's go ahead and clean that off. Making a mess as always on this channel. Let's do a little bud. Let's do one that's kind of drooping down this way. So just kind of like so. It's just starting to open up. Get a little bit more red in this one. And then touch a little bit of yellow as well. All right, I want to go ahead and get some green going. Let's see here. All right, green. What color green should we use? Let's go in with permanent green. What is it called? Olive. It needs a little extra something. Hold on. Let's take olive green, yellow. There we go. Add those two together. I'm going to start here because I want this to have a nice blended base of it. Good, and pull this down. It's a really nice tip on this brush. Okay, and then let's get a little base for this one as well. Good. And then a stem coming down from here. Pretty poppies. Oh, I like it. All right, let me look again at what a center of the poppy is supposed to look like. So pretty. They can have some green and black in the center. They can also have yellow in the center. Kind of do whatever we want here. I feel like I want one more. We're gonna do one more bud, and this one's gonna kind of come this way. Get our scarlet red here. There we go. All right. Also, if you are new to this series, since these are once a week instead of every day, these tend to be a little bit longer and a little bit more in depth. Okay. Oh, I said I was going to do my drip background. I normally start with that. I do a layer of drip beforehand. Should I do the drip background anyways? What do y'all think? Do y'all want to see that? I think we should go ahead and do it. Okay, so for the drip background, oh, this would be a great opportunity to use a bigger meat and mop brush. I've been wanting to. All right, so I like using these mop brushes for drip backgrounds because they hold a lot of water. So I'm gonna start with taking a light amount of my green on my brush. And when I do these drips, I actually want some of the flowers and leaves to have some of their color dripping down. And another cool thing about it is it kind of looks like there's flowers in the background, kind of blurry. So let's, whoa, drop that on there. Tilt our page, and we're just going to put water here, a little bit of green, and sometimes I like to add in another random color. So I'm going to add a little bit of blue and kind of wash it out. A little bit more of our scarlet. And this layer can be, you can kind of wash out some of your flowers. We're gonna go back in with detail on top of it. Maybe a little bit of yellow coming through here. And you just kind of play back and forth with adding color and adding water, because you kind of add color and then you wash it away until it's where you want it. And there we go. Okay, I think it needs a little bit more green. So I'm gonna grab some of the green over here and here. There we go. Kind of mix the green and blue there and tap some water on it. All right, so there's our base of our drip background. I'm gonna completely tilt it so it drips off the edge. Wipe this. And then this needs to dry before we move on to more details. Okay, I dried that off for the most part. Now we're gonna start adding some more detail and depth. It's a very nice pointed cat's tongue. Ooh, let's use that one actually. Do I wanna do the center of the flower before I do? No, I wanna do the center last. So we're gonna take our scarlet red, get some more red on here. Have our cloth here. So a lot of times, as soon as I go in from the water to here, sometimes if you have too much water on your brush, you just tap it on a cloth to absorb some excess water. Okay, I want to start with this side facing one actually. So we're going to take a very fine tipped brush and we're just going to add in some little curving lines that go with the petals. And if you want to add in some even like stronger moments of color as well, you can do that here. We don't want to go overboard, but we do want to kind of highlight what's going on here. And I'm putting some strong color behind so you can kind of see the differentiation of the front and back petals. And then kind of wiggle, wiggle here. Okay, there's that one. Let's go ahead and put in some more detail on this. Okay, so this brush does have a fine tip, but it's actually not giving me a tiny line. I think the dagger is going to do better. Let's see. Yeah, the dagger is a nicer fine line here. So you can even go like outside of where your petal is if you want. This one basically washed away, which is fine because we're just going to put in some detail here. And it kind of blends into the background. I think I want to put in a little bit of yellow here. A little bit more red on this side. All right, and taking our green, kind of putting these stems on. All right, so we're just going in on the stems and adding some more definition where it kind of washed away. There we go. I think I want to add in some leaves now. So I'm going to take my green and we're just gonna push. I'm really liking this dagger brush. So I want this one to kind of come and droop downward like so. I think we need some coming out the top. Just kind of build up your layers of your painting. I feel like I want to do another like bud here, but one that's, let's see here, one that's not opened. So I'm just gonna do a little shape here. It was a little bit too fat, so I'm gonna take my cloth and just tap that there and redo the stem. There we go. And then I think I want one to droop right here as well. So just making a little round thing, and we're gonna go up and down like that. That's cute. That's filling that up nicely. Maybe another leaf coming here. Yep, drooping down like that. And let's do one out this way. Yep. Okay, I like it. Feel like I want one like side bit of a leaf there. And maybe one more little bud here. Yeah, like that, okay? Oh my gosh, I just touched my brush on my headache hat. Okay, let's fill in this one now. So let's get our red. And we're just gonna put in little dainty veining lines and squiggles. You can add in, like I said, some darker moments and shadows. Make this your own. Okay. I take a little bit of my yellow, put in some yellow glazing on some of that. I'm even gonna pull in some of that red there, just to make it a little bit richer. Felt like the leaf needed, or the petals needed a little bit more color. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna take the thicker paint and add in those lines again. Just nice and Keeping it loose, keeping it a little bit carefree. Just kind of do little scribbly, sketchy lines. Okay. All right, now let's put in these centers a little bit. I want to start with a little bit of green. I'm going to take my green with a little bit of yellow. I want to lighten it up some. And we're going to put some green here. And then we'll go in with the black around it. All right, so let's take, what do I have for a deep color? I'm gonna take Payne's Gray. Let me see what, oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that actually. It's very blue, but I think that's gonna work in my favor for this painting. So I'm just gonna tap this color nice and richly around that green. Yeah, just tapping little dots all around that center. And this is the only flower that has that center, but oh, that's pretty. Okay, so while we're here, let's go ahead. I'm gonna take this little bit more blue toned green and we're gonna put some, sorry, I got kind of in the painting zone and the battery died. So what I was saying is just kind of have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously and just kind of play around. See what you like. Don't worry about it coming out perfectly. So I'm doing some different dry brushing, just some different marks on the page. Taking back and forth between the two different greens, adding different tones and hues of green is really going to help add some interest into your painting. Just add in some lines here and there. Have fun with it. And think of your values, which is your dark and lights in your painting. Think of light, medium, dark. So try to have 3 different values when you're painting. So you've got your lighter areas, your darker areas, and then your deeper areas. So I'm taking this like last step to add in some depth, some even darker moments within the painting. Again, just kind of relax, have fun with it. Let your brush just kind of go where it wants and dance on the page. I know that sounds cheesy, but seriously, I get like so lost and in the zone painting, just enjoying the, I don't know, the carefree, just slapping some stuff on the page. So there are some poppies. I want to take one more little bit of red. I'm mixing a couple of different reds, get a little bit deeper of a red. So again, we're having our different values. So we can have some deeper red. Just add more interest in your painting, having those different values. I feel like I did enough on this one up here. So, and usually I would go back in and do another layer of drip, but I think we're gonna leave it for this one. Although around this flower, this is bothering me. So I'm gonna show you how I fix it. There's like a big white space there. So I'm kind of scrubbing in some green, and then I'm gonna take some water, kind of tap this. Usually when I do my drip backgrounds, I actually do a couple of layers of it to kind of build up, but adding a little bit of that blue. I kind of want it to go down the leaf too, so there we go. Yeah, because usually I have some drip going down my leaves as well. So you can add more drip or you can leave it. Leave it. Sorry, I'm cheesy sometimes. Okay. Again, it's kind of a back and forth. And then I'm getting paint all over this other page. And then if you get too much in one area, just take your cloth and kind of tap. Like so. Still don't like this weird white space. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. All right, I think we're gonna stop this one here. I know this one was much more in depth and took some time, but I really enjoyed this one. This is different than my other poppy painting that I just showed you, but I really love painting flowers in many different ways and just experimenting and seeing what I like. But I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you continue to come back every Monday while we paint florals, but that's it for this one. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see our future videos, hit that subscribe button down below and we'll see you again next time. Bye. I decided to just go ahead and take it off the wall and show you. Scoot that to the side.